All right, man. Shout out to Bruce MF Vane. Y'all go subscribe to Bruce MF Vane channel. I wouldn't even have knew this article existed if it wasn't for his video, man. So I'll put his video on the screen real quick. Um, and I'm gonna cook on this article. This is a good video by him too. I don't think I could do better than this video he did. Uh, this is, I mean, when somebody articulates something to the T, um, you gotta respect it. All right. Only thing I could really give him advice on is that, once he started doing longer videos, that dude had like 70,000 subs. YouTube favor longer videos, and you make more money when you do longer videos. That's why you put the ads in there, especially since they cut the pay many years ago. That's how you end up making more. That's how you end up making more money. So for y'all don't know, YouTube like 2 or 3 years ago changed where you can add multiple ads. It don't have to be a 10-minute video. It used to have to be a 10-minute video for you to add multiple ads um to the video. Now it's only 8 minutes. So he could have added 2 or 3 ads if he wanted to. Um had he went 5 more seconds more. So there you go. Just a little, tip. I told Bushido that a long time ago. Stop cutting your video short. You at least to get you 8 to 12 minutes. I think 12 minutes is the ideal time for a good lengthy video. And sometimes you got a really good topic you want to cook on, but don't really want to go live on. 12 is cool too. I mean, like 20 is cool too. Every now and again, I feel I get in the groove. I do a 20-minute video. But shout out to him, man. Y'all go check his video while Bruce MF Vane, Derek James. Y'all check all his shit out. It's fire. Derek James thinks Terence Crawford will run while training fighter, nicknamed Errol Spence. Hilarious. So let's switch over. What GC say? Hit the blunt twice and watch me switch lanes. I don't smoke. I don't drink right now, so I don't think I'm gonna go back to drinking for a while. But Errol Spence, trainer, unsure if Terence Crawford can withstand the punishment he's going to take. Um, so he basically says the way Derek James sees it, you know who wrote this, that weak writer of Boston 24/7. He said it's the same dude that was saying that this fight shouldn't happen when it got made. This wasn't no point. But will Crawford wave the white flag or surrender? I think he meant of surrender. Excuse me. It could be. Like I said, man, I seen, when you seen a lot in boxing, don't too much shock you, or every outcome is a possibility. You never know. Especially these dudes don't be stepping up. But the way Derek James said Crawford will have to fight Spence because he won't get a cheap win by running around the ring, landing punches here and there, and playing keep away all night. Now, I kind of agree with that. Even though Terence Crawford hasn't fought that way, only but one fight in his career, and that was first Victor Postal. Now, the one thing about the Victor Postal fight, if you're wondering, Victor Postal has a very upright style, rangy style like Errol Spence. Errol Spence got more swag to his style a little bit more, melanated style, a little bit more melon in his style than Victor Postal. He a little bit more bendy, a little bit more slicker. Um, and Terence Crawford used his legs in that fight. But that's the only fight I could think of where Terence Crawford really hit and didn't get hit. And he still scored two really good knockdowns with two really good check hooks in that fight. I just was watching that fight. And I think that's kind of the approach that he needs to take. But I think they trying to prepare for that. And you got to prepare for all possibilities, honestly. Um, and that's what they worried about, that he gonna do that and they not gonna be able to keep up. But you got to ask yourself, the reason why Derek James is right here is for two main reasons about him moving around. One, Errol Spence is the house fighter, and two, well, Errol Spence is I say one slash whatever. Errol Spence is the house fighter, so he's already gonna get the benefit of the doubt. Two, slash. Also they've been scoring for their aggressor, especially in Nevada. Ever since Canelo Triple G won, they've been scoring for their the aggressor. You know, they've been scoring for their aggressor. So yeah, so um that's something that you got to look at as well too. And the other main point I want to make about it was simply that Terence Crawford, 35, almost 36 years old. Can his legs really, pull that performance off that he pulled versus Victor Postal? That's the question. For a full 12 rounds, I don't think so. He can do it in spurts. But then again, you run the risk of doing a Trinidad, especially if you try to play four corners at the end of the fight. You run the risk of doing a Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya and giving up that fight, even though Oscar won that fight running away. We all know it. But he did rob like Felix Sturm and shit like that, right? Remember that? So it all balanced itself out. It's like Lara robbed Carlos Molina, and then he got robbed by Paul Williams. There's some type of balance of karma in boxing, but let's continue to move on, right? So he said that's not going to work. This isn't Omaha, Nebraska. If Crawford wants to win, he's going to have to need to stand in the pocket and brawl with Spence and try to out tough him if he can. If Crawford isn't cut for that, he'll fall apart and stop. I don't feel like you don't have to brawl it out with Errol Spence. And this is old boy's opinion that wrote the article, the one that said they shouldn't fight. So he don't have to brawl it out with Errol Spence. He don't. He's not one of the limited opponents like Sean Porter, like Danny Garcia, like Ordenis Ugas, who's 70 years old. He's not a limited opponent. He can do other things. He don't have to stand there and go blow for blow with Errol Spence. He can counter him. He can set traps. He can make adjustments. He don't have just one or two tools in his tool bag. He can counter punch. He can get on the inside and know how to fight on the inside. See, this is what happens when you listen to people who don't know what the fuck they talking about. This is what happens. This is what happens when you get in there with people who don't know what they talking about. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. So, hold on. So he said, hold on, let me see if we get some more. Well, Crawford break down. He said, you don't know what he's going to do, but you know he's going to do his best, said James. You don't know how he's going to react to the pressure. None of these guys never fought punches as hard as Errol. I mean, how you know what ninjas didn't fought? How you know what ninjas didn't fought? That's all I'm asking. How do you know what ninjas didn't fought? And he could be right, but how you know who he fought and who he didn't fight and who he fought that punch harder than Errol Spence? You don't know until you get into the ring. How's Errol Spence gonna stand in front of a guy who ain't limited like the rest of the guys he didn't fought? How? There's a lot of questions, dude. And Derek James could be right. He could be like, "Oh, this dude can't handle the pressure." He definitely could be right. There's a possibility. Anything is possible in boxing. All right. But then again, y'all got some questions to answer. Y'all ain't fought no athletic fighter. Let's call it what it is. Y'all ain't fought nobody that could walk and chew bubblegum. Everything you done fought has been limited. Everything you fought, everybody you fought has limitations, major limitations. Ninjas ain't fought a southpaw in forever. And you've been at this weight how long, and you still got more questions than answers? Which that's like 90% of boxing, though, because ain't nobody fighting nobody, because everybody want to overpay people. And just call it what it is. Errol Spence ain't fought nobody that can punch since Emmanuel Larley. Or you want to say Kell Brook? Fine. I'll give you Kell Brook. He said he never fought anybody that punches as hard as Errol. Errol breaks your face. He'll break your ribs. He breaks your orbital bone. That's something that's different. We'll see. At the end of the day, he broke Hillbrook orbital bone, which his other eye was already broke, so the other side is naturally going to be weaker if you know anything about the body. And he broke Ordenis Ugas orbital bone, and Ordenis Ugas was a punching bag. Right? They broke two people orbital bone, and one of them was 56 years old, and one of them was coming off a loss and coming down 13 pounds to fight less than 8 or 9 years, less than a year later. Wow. 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 And when you just banking on power and durability, he's not saying nothing about Errol Spence skill set. Let's call it what it is. He's not saying nothing about Errol Spence skill set. It's his power, it's his size. You know, that's what he's talking about. Power, it's his size, it's his durability. And when you tend to depend on durability in this game, you ain't gonna have long. You on the shot clock, especially if you moving up in weight and shit. You ain't got long. And you getting in there and you fighting your first southpaw and your first puncher in quite some time. And maybe Earl got the chin of an army of the super soldier, the universal soldier. We could be wrong. You know, he said King Crawford fight with a broken orbital bone, busted ribs, nose. The writers doubts it. Who knows who can do what can do what? This dude busted Ordenis Ugas ribs, in which Ordenis Ugas stood there and didn't even move to avoid punches. Come on. He said, I don't know if there are many guys left in the world. I don't think he'll be the same fighter anymore, Derek saying. We'll see if he's tougher than that guy. We'll see. We will see. We will see. We will see. Because all the shit you talking is you depending on your guy to be more the durable guy. You depending on your guy to be the more durable guy. And if durability go out, if durability go out the window, if durability go out the window and it become a fight of skill, Ninja, y'all gonna be in trouble. Y'all gonna be in trouble. Y'all gonna be in trouble. If pressuring him don't work, right? If pressuring him don't work, and y'all got to make an adjustment and ramping it up, it's gonna be y'all adjustment. He going to sleep. I will go ahead and say that right now. So maybe he just talking and they got a real good game plan that he don't want to reveal. I'ma just think about that. I think they might come out and try to box. The way he talking, I think they might come out and try to box. Seriously. Because if he just banking on durability and doing it like the rest of the limited opponents they fought, it's gonna be a long night. It might be a short night. Might be like AB said, Hook right, good night. He said, we've been the underdog, even though we've been breaking people's faces, ribs, and knocking them out. We're still the underdog, and it's cool. I don't have a problem with that. You broke two people's faces, and one guy's face was already broke. Nobody rated or Ordenis Ugas, bro. So you act like you went out there and broke Floyd Mayweather's face. Nigga, you ain't even break William Joppy face. No offense to William Joppy. He said everybody has been doubted. When we win, I don't care, said James. We'll glow. He'll glow and tell daughters, I told you so if Spence beat him. Okay, if Spence beats him. We don't speak in ifs when Spence beat him. So how confident are you? We ain't no if it's a fifths over here. If you confident you're gonna win, it's when Spence beat him. And yeah, when you beat somebody ass, you deserve to pop your shit. Especially if it's a clear, decisive victory and ain't no shaking the bag. You feel me? So we agree there. Possibly, said James Brother Spencer, move up to 54 after he fights Crawford. I think I heard him say that. You think you heard him say that? This is no discussions that y'all having previously, brother? Y'all not having these conversations previously. Oh, this we should do this, whatever. But hey, it is what it is, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out the Boxless playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Check my new channel out. Links in the description. Also in the link tree under new channel. Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89. It's gonna be hard to find. Just click the link in the description. The link tree in the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cat, Pass App, Venmo, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.